A crazy thing, but this might be one of the very last YouTube videos that I film on this iPhone. But hello everyone, my name is JC and welcome to this YouTube channel. Today we're doing the December reset, the very last reset of 2024. It's absolutely crazy that it's coming to an end, but I am so excited for this reset. If you're new here, my name is JC. I am a college student in Illinois who's also a certified group fitness trainer and dance educator. So make sure to follow along. I'm currently doing a winter arc series where I try to accomplish some personal strength, endurance, and nutrition goals, and would love for you to follow along and stay tuned for everything coming in 2025. I am so excited for it. I'm so thankful for all the love we've been receiving on the channel recently. I can't wait. I do these resets is in 3 different parts. We're first going to reflect on November, then we're going to get some stuff done that I desperately have been lacking on so that we can just start December fresh with nothing remaining on our to-do list, and then finally we're gonna plan for the month ahead. But let's start with some reflection. First of all, what happened for me this month? Well, November was pretty eventful for me. My girlfriend and I celebrated our 1-year anniversary, which was very special to us. We got some incredible photos done. I'm actually gonna insert them here because they were amazing, and I'm so thankful that we get to have those memories together. And we had a really nice dinner out at one of our favorite restaurants. It was just a really good anniversary. Also changed my major, which is crazy. So when I entered in college, I was a history education major. Originally, I thought that being a history teacher was the path that I was going to go into. And then as time progressed on, I realized that I was really dreading the idea of doing clinicals or student teaching or just even being a teacher, and that my heart was really in the fitness scene. And so I took on an athletic coaching minor, loved it, and realized I was investing all my time in it, but I felt really conflicted because I still love history. And so I ended up changing my major from history education to just history. And then additionally with my athletic coaching minor, I picked up a health and wellness minor. So now I feel like everything's a lot more aligned with my goals, but I'm still getting what I love from history. You know, for some people, like they kind of think of history as a very useless major, but as from the perspective of someone who is a history major, I enjoy my classes so much, and I'm really learning how to dive deeper into my analysis and my writing. And those are skills that I think I'll take with me throughout life, like in YouTube and in other future jobs once fitness is no longer something my body is able to do. Because I mean, let's face it, I might get to that point. Or as I like to joke, I might lose all my arms and legs and need to do something. Finally, this November, I had a visit from my mom and brother, and that was really nice. It was really sweet and special to get to see them again, and we had a really good time together. So that was my November recapped. Also, I want to preface, one, I just got a little, let me put it in frame. I just got a little clicker to start my vlogs, which is so nice. Second, this cherry limeade poppy, best thing to ever exist. Go get one if you don't already. Now for some highs and lows. So the highs would definitely be my 1-year anniversary and changing my major. Those were just really exciting events, and I feel like I kind of know what I want to do now with my career, and I'm in an educational plan that aligns with my goals. For lows, in November, my mental health was very low. If you've seen any of the winter arc videos, you'll kind of know this. I went through a lot, and some days that even getting out of bed or making myself dinner was a really big struggle, and like there were days where I spent the whole day laying in my bed crying. So November got very low, and this reset feels very needed, especially over this Thanksgiving break, staying here alone in my college town. Like it's just kind of made me realize where my priorities lie and what I need out of life going into December and going into 2025. I'm gonna move on to going over my November intentions that I set and whether or not I achieved them. Spoiler alert, I only achieved one. So my whole yearly theme is invest, and that means to invest in myself, others, my health, and my future. So the goal I set for investing in myself was to not go on social media in the mornings. Now I tried extremely hard at this goal. You'll see in my bullet journal thing later on that I tracked it, and I got a pretty high percentage of the days where I did not go on my phone. I don't remember the split. I think it's more days that I didn't go on my phone than days that I did, but I did not ultimately achieve this goal. Looking back on it, I think I want to reframe the goal and make it more specific. Maybe reframe it to like not going on my phone till after my workout or until after breakfast or till after my morning routine. So we're gonna kind of reframe that goal so that it's more achievable for December. My goal for others was to go out of my way for Elsie and keep things fresh. We'd really tried at this one, but again, my mental health was so low in November that sometimes I just needed to lay there and be the one being taken care of. But I did cook for her a lot, which I am very proud of. I made mac and cheese for her, made a lot of steak and potato dinners for her. So we're also gonna reframe this goal for December. My health goal was to add a larger variety of fruits and veggies. And on the veggie side, I think I really did work towards this goal. I added in some Brussels sprouts and carrots into my diet, but fruit we didn't do as great on. So eventually I want to come back to this goal, but now is not the time. I found a health goal that more aligns with what I need in this moment right now. But yes, adding more fruits and veggies in is a huge big thing for me. I'll actually be doing a series starting in January, kind of diving in specifically into the nutrition goals, so stay tuned for that. And then my future goal was to do 1 Duolingo lesson a day. I'm studying Spanish on Duolingo. I think super important to know, especially in the United States, where it's one of the most common languages, and especially as a dance educator, I want to be able to communicate with the young children I work with, and some of them English is not their first language and they're going to speak Spanish or another language more naturally. And so I'm trying to learn as much Spanish as I can so that I can communicate with the kids that I work with. And I did achieve this goal. I got back on Duolingo grind, and I think that next month we're going to try to do more than 1 lesson a day. Finally, welcome to the content corner. This corner is going to be ever expanding as I figure out my life and hopefully have more time for myself. As for things that we watched, it was mainly Dancing with the Stars. I watched that show when I was younger, like probably everyone else, and was obsessed with it. And then when my mom came, like we watched an episode together. Elsie and I were watching at one point. I love the show. I'm so glad that Joey won. I really want to get a book read so I can share like a book review with you guys, but that hasn't been in the cards for me lately. My life is extremely busy, but hopefully over Christmas break, I will be able to get a book read. But the other thing I have been working on during November is another blanket. Now you might know I made a blanket for Elsie where the colors were more of these greens, blues, and purples, and now I am making a matching one for myself, but matching in the terms of like pattern. I decided that the blankets were going to be the colors that we kind of felt were colors that represented us, and so pinks and oranges. There's going to be a bit of yellow later on. I'm excited. I'm so excited about it. This blanket is my relaxation project. It's what I do when I need to feel centered again. It's how I get myself ready for the day. Like, it is the ultimate relaxation tool for me. I'm gonna go into a little reset right now where I'll be cleaning the space and making my apartment feel fresh again, and also tackling some big items on my to-do list, such as catching up on some studying and finals prep, getting part of my ACE certification out of the way, doing some cooking and cleaning. It's all gonna be in here, as well as decorating my bullet journal. Enjoy our little reset time lapse in 3, 2, 1.
Windows down, scattered clouds, smell of spring outside. Open road, you sitting close. Let's go somewhere far away. 'Cause if all I have is you, then I'll be just fine. I'll be just fine. Heading for the western shore, while the sun it slowly fades. Days are full, and I spend them with you. Let's go somewhere far away. 'Cause if all I have is you, then I'll be just fine.
right, how'd we enjoy that? Did we feel relaxed, recentered? I love watching people's like cleaning or reset montages so much. That's why I kind of decided to include it as a big block in the video, just as a way to give our ears a break from listening to me yap all the time. But now we're gonna go into part 3 of this December reset, which is the planning part. Starting out with my theme for December. So November had this like cozy coffee shop kind of theme, and going into December, I wanted to continue the coziness and not fully switch it up. December has felt very cozy to me. I decorated for Christmas. You can see my little tree back there, and I wanted to kind of replicate that homey feeling that sometimes I feel like I miss. So December's theme is warm, homey Christmas, all of the cute wreaths, the beautiful trees, the paper garland, just all of that fun from what I think of when I think of the holiday season. And as you saw in the bullet journal, we made it look all Christmassy and super, super cute. I am obsessed, especially with how I did the wreath on the first page, and I love the quote that I chose. It says, "I choose to be joyful daily," and I feel like that's the energy that I want to bring in to December, where I wake up each day and I choose to have a good day no matter what my circumstances are. Okay, let's get into the intentions for December. This is the last month that we will be using the invest intentions. Things are gonna switch up in January. I'm not sure yet how, but it'll switch up a little bit. So for myself, the intention for myself, we're gonna kind of revamp the social media goal and say that I don't want to go on social media until after I have completed my morning routine. Now, my morning routine looks like movement, nourishment, showering, and then journaling, cleaning my room, doing my Duolingo and devotional. And so after that, then I can go on social media. I feel like that's a good goal that gives me something specific to work on. And it also will keep me on track and hopefully help me get through my morning routine faster without the distraction of Instagram or TikTok. Well, for words, my goal for others is to do at least 2 activity dates with Elsie. I feel like when you're in a relationship for a while, like things can kind of get stale, and with Elsie and I moving in together in, oh my gosh, 6 months. That's crazy. Okay, with Elsie and I moving in together in a little over 6 months, I just want to make sure that things are still going to be fresh when we do, and that it's not going to feel like a roommate situation, even though I know part of that is inevitable. But I want things to still feel like a relationship. So we've both kind of made a commitment to doing at least 2 activity goals, like going and seeing a movie or making like friendship bracelets at home or like painting ornaments. I actually got some ornaments for us to paint so that we can put it on the little Christmas tree. Really cute Christmas idea that we had was to get generic ornaments for a tree, which we have, and then every year make like ornaments together, and then slowly as the years go on, like we replace our generic ornaments with these cute like hand painted ones. And I'm so excited to start that tradition this year. The goal for my health is to save sweet treats until after dinner and after dinner only. I'm gonna be completely honest, I used to have an eating disorder. I struggle with it sometimes, and I'm focusing on healing my relationship with food slowly and surely so that the changes are lasting. And I think I've identified I have a sugar addiction, but I don't want to cut it out completely. I want to keep it in my life. And so I think that really trying to save anything sweet and sugary until after dinner is what's going to help. And I know I'm going to struggle with this and I might make some mistakes along the way, but having it as my clear intention is really going to help me focus on it. And like I've said previously, there will be a series coming out in January focusing specifically on those nutrition goals that I have, particularly pertaining to, sorry, that was a tongue twister, particularly pertaining to having my diet be as unprocessed as possible, like not buying packaged foods, but like making things myself, or like eating lots of fruits and veggies and stuff like that. My future goal for my future self, it's particularly like a personal development goal, is to obtain my ACE Group Fitness certification. I'm currently getting that certification right now. I don't know why I hadn't sooner, but I think I waited until the right time because it was on like a 70% off sale for the like course and exam. Okay, we're gonna move into finances. Last November, I did not cover finances because I just really didn't feel comfortable talking about money, and I wanted to reevaluate where I stood on it, how much I felt comfortable giving away. So I'm not going to talk about any financial thing related to living expenses. That feels very personal to me. I don't feel comfortable sharing that, but I think that talking about fun money is something that's important to talk about, and it might put some perspective for some people. I use the app EveryDollar for my budget to just track the different categories, and it really helps me because rather than setting like this is how much I want a budget amount and then I spend the money and then it comes back track and I went way over, this keeps me on track as I'm going, as I put things in immediately. It tells me how much I have left for categories, and that just really clicks in my brain and it helps me stay on budget. So in terms of my fun money, I have broad things that are important to me, and some of these categories are really specific and some of them are really general. So let's go over them. I know that budgeting can be really hard to talk about or to find a way that works for you, and so the only reason I'm like sharing as much as I'm sharing is so that if someone's watching this, like maybe something will click for them and help them with their budget. But this is how I categorize. I categorize my money by eating out, which in December a larger portion is going to be going towards eating out because I am taking my girlfriend back to Texas. Then I have a date budget. That's really important to me. December is also going to be a little bit higher for the date budget, but we typically don't spend that much from it anyways. I have personal care, which for me, that is any item that is either like something I don't need, like nail polish or certain makeup products, or any like skincare hygiene thing that goes above the store brand price. Cover basic toiletries and hygiene needs in another part of my budget, but anything that I want that's a little more expensive, I put that extra money from my personal care. So like, let's say that the store brand conditioner is $5, but then the brand that I want to buy is $10. Okay, then $5 is coming out of my personal care fund for that. That's kind of how I afford and justify some of those higher products, but I also buy a lot of Meyer brand items. Then I have shopping and coffee as two other categories. Coffee is really important to me. It's how I socialize with people, and I've really been able to help my coffee budget and afford some like nicer coffee shops by only getting coffee out when I'm with a friend. And so that's really helped my budget, but I always keep a little bit in the coffee fund because it's a thing I do often, and shopping's just those miscellaneous things like Christmas decor or the tripod that this is being recorded on, just stuff like that. And finally, we have a new category for the budget. I really want to start taking some fitness classes. I think a huge way that group fitness instructors grow is by taking other people's classes. I don't really have time to take the classes of people I go to school with, or like at the times that I could take a class, like no one's teaching at the school that I work for. So I want to go to some yoga sculpt classes, Pilates reformer stuff, like stuff we don't even offer at my place of business, and learn a little bit more. So I'm saving up some money to take some classes. Thankfully, in the area that I live in, group fitness classes are not as expensive as they could be. I will say they're still pretty pricey. So I know that December is going to be a month where I take a few classes just because the college gym won't be open for all of winter break, and so on those days it'll be fun to go take a group fitness class. Oh no. Spring break in the summer, so this is kind of a fund that I want to like add a little bit of money to each month and build up, because I'm not going to take like a fitness class in like February or something, but that would be a really good month to add a little bit more money into it so that over the summer I'll be able to go take other people's class. I hope that influenced you a bit. I feel like this is a realistic college budget. I'm just a college student. I work 2 jobs and I really don't buy things that often. I feel like I bought more things in November than I like have in a full year, but that's because I wait for the sales. Ending off with some social media updates. First, I want to thank you guys all for the recent support. This is so incredible. I used to dream of having 500 subscribers. I know that feels so small for some people, but for me, this is like, what the heck? This is incredible. A video that you want me to make, comment it down below. Let me know. If you have any questions, let me know. Like, I respond to comments in crazy quick time if you haven't noticed. In December, we're going to be finishing out Winter Arc. This will go up till week 11, I believe. So we've got a few weeks left of Winter Arc to go. And then in January, we're starting a new series. I'm conflicted whether it's going to have a different name or whether I'm going to go with 75 Hard. I'm going to look into it, figure it out. It also depends on what the trends are, if I'm being completely honest, but it's going to center a lot around nutrition. Movement is still a really key part of everything, but I really want to focus on the nutrition aspect. Finally, I have some motivation videos and gym anxiety videos coming up that I'm super excited to share with you guys, so stay tuned for those. It's going to be great. It's going to be really exciting. Thank you so much for watching this December reset. I hope you feel motivated for December. Comment down below what your goals are for the end of the year or what you're working towards. Sometimes it's okay to not have a goal and to just be going through life. I fully support that too. In some months it's really necessary. But anyways, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Subscribe, stick around, and thank you for being here. Bye-bye.